There are spies among us. A Los Angeles County Mayor, Eileen Wang, has pleaded guilty to acting as a spy for the Chinese Communist government. Prosecutors say the Chinese Communist Party had hoped to turn her into a political star to help them further China's goals in America. According to the Justice Department, from 2020 to 2022, Eileen and her then-fiancé ran a website called U.S. News Center. It branded itself as a news source for Chinese Americans, but prosecutors say the real goal was spreading Chinese propaganda on American soil. According to the plea deal, Wang's spy master ordered her to post pre-written news articles, including a PRC official written essay in the Los Angeles Times that claimed there is no genocide, there is no such thing as forced labor in any production activity, including cotton production. Spreading such rumors is to defame China, destroy Xinjiang's safety and stability. Wang resigned from her position as mayor after the charges came known. Well, when reporters pressed her to provide answers for the people who lived in her city of Arcadia, California, Wang just brushed them off.
Excuse me, Miss Wang. Can we speak with you about these allegations? Is there anything you want to say to constituents?
She only talks secretively, apparently, as a spy.
Yeah, this stuff is serious. And the problem that really gets me is how many more of them are out there.
A lot.
And this is the FBI's job. And the FBI is pretty good at it, but China is too. And for China, they are aggressively doing this throughout the United States more than any other nation. And then when you think about some of the issues involved in the birthright case, citizenship.
Right.
One of the reasons that China wants to have children born in the United States is a part of their espionage operations. And they want to have as many Americanized Chinese people in this country as possible because they take spying seriously. They take this competition with us seriously. I'm glad she was arrested, but it's a warning to everybody, tip of the iceberg. We don't know how much is out there, and we need to be aggressive.
Yeah. Senator Marsha Blackburn, who's running for governor now of the state of Tennessee, was telling me last hour that there are more of these people than you think.
Yep.
And remember the police precincts, Emily, that they were finding that the Chinese government had kind of embedded itself in different areas around the country to watch and see how we do things from the inside out, our government, our law enforcement, and, of course, our intellectual property.
Yes, indeed, including here at NYPD and the police academy. And I think it is shocking, perhaps, although not surprising, I'll just say the breadth and the depth to which we have been infiltrated, to exactly your point. So now mayors, universities, IP, law enforcement, and so much more. And remember, during President Trump's first term, Secretary Pompeo launched the initiative recognizing that our #1 enemy was China, and recognizing that for decades they had been infiltrating us physically as well as digitally and via intellectual property and the like. I mean, and now look no further that they are essentially reaping the fruits of their investment from quite some time ago. I mean, we mentioned that person's, the spy's fiance. Was it Eric Swalwell? Right? I mean, the whole point is there have been allegations of infiltration to those highest levels. We had a balloon floating across the country under Biden's watch. So I think there's clearly no end to the attempts by the CCP to infiltrate us, the biolabs in Nevada. I mean, it's quite frightening, but I think the vigilance, in my opinion, is not there with the public. I think it's there with the administration, but it's not there with the public to truly, really appreciate that around every corner and behind every bot and behind every social media app and all the things really is the CCP.
Well, and it is fascinating. So you brought up the spy balloon, as we called it, because it was able to collect all sorts of information, went over Vandenberg Air Force Base, which is where our Space Force is. Well, that's where it started on the West Coast and then made its way east. But you've got our Space Force based out there, and all the ways that they can scoop. And this keeps China in a game of trying to keep up with us intellectual property-wise, but also our military. That's what I really worry about. Like, how can they infiltrate that? Because that really would be the enemy from it.
That would be very concerning, and they do it very subtly. You just made me think of something, and I just pulled it up on my computer. You talk about the birth tourism. You're exactly right. Emily, you're exactly right that I don't think the public has an awareness of this. There's a case down in Texas currently with birth tourism, and Ken Paxton is prosecuting it. And you see these images, and these are residential houses. So imagine you're going through your neighborhood, and you just see a beautiful 2-story residential house. Inside, there are lined baby cribs with the capacity to birth up to 5 to 20 Chinese babies per day. Now, do they do that every day? No. But these people pay inordinate amounts of money, come here, have their babies, go back to the CCP with their U.S. citizenship, and then who knows, maybe rise to the ranks of government in some way, shape, or form. And we don't even know it because it's in a residential house. And unless it's prosecuted or we find out who these infiltrators are, you'll never know. So I have real questions for the military. I would hope they have certain layers in place there, but we have to be on high alert.
So last hour again, Senator Blackburn, though, Lisa, was mainly focused on our schools and higher educations and who is on these campuses proselytizing, you know, CCP things and also extracting among our great researchers in our colleges information.
Well, this mayor should have just tried to date Eric Swalwell, probably.
He was busy with Fang Fang.
Yes, he had another Chinese spy.
But to your point, Harris, about these schools, we allow this to happen in our country. To your example about schools, but also there's so many examples of Hollywood and corporations, American elites bending the knee to China because they want access to markets. They want to make that money. That's more important to them than standing up for American ideals. Or you look at even under the Biden years, we had a record number of Chinese nationals trying to cross into the United States. He allowed the birth tourism that you pointed out as well, Kaylee. And then, of course, China's trying to infiltrate our country, our politicians as well. We mentioned Fang Fang as a joke, but also serious. Then you also had a top aide for Governors Cuomo and Hochul, who was charged as a legal spy for China. And then also Senator Dianne Feinstein had employed the driver who, for 20 years, I think, that ended up being a Chinese spy as well. And then the last thing I'll add is you'd mentioned the biolabs. We've also seen concerns with agro-terrorism as well, with Chinese nationals trying to bring in crop fungus, which would be devastating to our country as well. Great. So we allow it to happen.
Hey everyone, I'm Emily Campagno. Catch me and my co-hosts Harris Faulkner and Kaylee McEnany on Outnumbered every weekday at 12 p.m. Eastern, or set your DVR. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page for daily highlights.